With me now is Joyce Murray, the minister who oversees the Canadian Coast Guard. Hi, Minister Murray. Thank you very much for making the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure, Vassy.
What is the latest information minister from the Coast Guard about this search? What can you share with Canadians watching right now?
Well, first, let me say that my thoughts are with the families of the people in the submersible, as well as those passengers and explorers who've gone missing. And I can say that the Canadian Coast Guard, as well as the Royal Canadian Navy, have been very actively working with the U.S. Coast Guard, who is leading the Unified Command on this rescue mission. The site is in shared waters that is an area that is the responsibility of the U.S. Coast Guard to lead. And but we've definitely, we're full on to do everything that we can to help find the submersible and rescue the people in it.
I know you said earlier today that, for example, there's one ship with the Canadian Coast Guard that was equipped with sonar that was headed to the site. Has that arrived? Is it close by? What can you tell us about that?
It's not there yet. It's the it's the Canadian Coast Guard ship, the John Cabot, and yes, it has some very sophisticated sonar because the area of the Titanic is very deep. At the same time, I'd like to mention that the Air Force has deployed Hercules plane to be doing overflights in case the submersible is on the surface. So we have not located it yet, and we're certainly doing everything that we can to find this vessel. There are two Canadian Coast Guard ships that have been at the site and returned to St. John's Harbour so that they would be available to take equipment out if there was large equipment that needed to be deployed. And there is also a Navy ship that is on its way with also important equipment for a rescue should it be needed.
And Minister, what is your counterpart in the U.S. or perhaps the highest level of the U.S. Coast Guard? What information are they relaying to you about the possibility at this juncture, with about 40 hours of oxygen left, of actually finding this? It's only about 20 feet. I was speaking earlier today to somebody who was in that vessel last year at this time. It's small, it's dark, and the ocean is obviously very vast, and they were down pretty deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Vassy, it's a very complex operation. Just for some of the factors that you mentioned, it is a very deep part of the ocean. But I'm hopeful, and I think we all are, that this will be a successful rescue. So we're just throwing everything at it that we can, and as I said, there's international participation as well. I'm going to remain optimistic, and I know that it's an emotional time too for those who are working to quickly find a way to be successful with this rescue, but especially so for the people involved and their families.
For sure. Okay, Minister, I'll leave it there. I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you very much. That's Minister Joyce Murray. She's the Minister for Fisheries and Oceans.